It's time to do the Friday crossword on January 9th, 2026 by Greg Snitkin and Glenn Davis. All right. Right. So I was just taking a look at this sender stack. My recording cut out, but we didn't get any progress, so we'll just start now. A small bit in Bogota. Is that peso? Is this a Spanish currency? Don't know. Something introduced with ease is to phase in, I think. You can phase in, phase out. Maybe cashing in. Winning like crazy. Then again is, oh, on the other hand. So this is not, rake it in. That's what it is. Raking it in. No. Don't know what that is then. Varieties of this include chocolate lab, yellow lab, puzzles, to peruse, to muse over something, muses over something. Where places many Cubans are found. Oh, this is cigar boxes. Um, so hexes maybe to confuse someone. Um, don't know what this would be. Why LOH is a very unusual combination. Verb that fills in the blanks of this. Um, of its own synonym. I don't know. Dumps styes like messy places. Someone might put it in a spa. Cold feet might put it in a spa. Dumps. You better believe it. Help something. Often redacted figures in the social security number. They picked up at clubs. Aces. No. At clubs. Surfing destinations for short are URLs. I'm guessing this is online. Noggin is a bean. Other name for a area. Dole is blah. Maybe they get picked up at clubs. Mabs, Pabs. Well, I'm trying to look at what else this would be. Dabs. I don't know. Lacks defined heels. Cube. Oh, cube shoes. Maybe? I didn't do it. Let's just see what else this is. Maybe it says how yeah. Someone item that someone with cold feet might have is a item they might have. Was SL or is it heck yeah? A ski. Oh, okay, ski. And this is styes, like before. To urine is to yen. Yes. Cube souls. Is it no lie or not me? It's bubbling below the surface, magma. It's pointers is epes, fencing. Bummer is at a casino game. Is eats is has. So what is this? Trash panda. So a crap. Cube socks. Tube, no, tube socks. Why is not cube? Tube. Oh, tabs. Yeah. Like you pay the tab. Crush. I don't know, but this looks like it's package. It often comes with the job. Is a incentive package. What else is it called? You get the perks. You get some kind of package of some kind of perks you get. Don't cross me. Don't sass me. Watch your mouth. Industrial cutter is a laser, maybe. Apartments. Channel offering deals. Channel offering. Analogy word is to. Something package. I'm just trying to remember what that word is. Vividly shocking. In confirmation from H3D is we. Just be chilling is to loaf. Benefits package. Yeah, that's what it was. Benefits. Vividly shocking is vivid. Or lurid. The lurid details. Bad thing is a tell for poker game. Apple Core is iOS. Etude is an etude is a piece. So Apple Core CPU. Kind of fever. Cabin fever. Icy slush. Old timey oath is I don't know, but this should be something. Air Air something. Channel Air Marshal. Rom-com plot points meet cutes. I've seen that quite a bit. Monopoly token retire. Just be chilling is to laze. To be a lazy person. Listing on jobs website. I don't know, but Jazz Coda. Jazz Coda. Could that be like the ending of like a Utah Jazz game in the NBA? Don't know why it's question mark. So something you have trouble putting down is a page turner, and that makes me think that this is nerds. Shady in modern parlance, shady is sus. Was rude on the road or dance floor. Don't know. Elba. Oh, Idris Elba. Cut in. Some nerve. And this is I've no idea. Maybe. Unpack for the night in a way. Settle down. Losing effort. He's great for the time being. Mr. Right Now. I didn't know that was a phrase people said, but okay. Challenge from is a hop. A set up camp. That one is a wild thing, swap. And this one is an antic. Okay, flat hat is a tam. Oh, like tam. It's like one of what the painters wear. Losing effort to diet. Crusaded led the charge. Java ingredient is code. So what is this? Oh, it's just idle, to be chilling. Roll is on the website. The boot, I think. This sounds like it's vaguely the Monopoly token. Small bit in Bogota. Windows alternative. Windows makes it sound like, and the way it sounds now makes it feel like it's not actually the Windows computer. Winning like crazy. We're almost there. Build is to erect. And winning like crazy is something heater? On a heater? The her blues? What could be wrong here? I feel like vexes. That's what it is. Yeah. To vex is to confuse someone. Your blues or puppy love? Yeah, your blues. Okay. Windows alternative is a unit. Poco. No. Windows alternative. Oh, Unix. Okay, let's take a look at some of these. I feel like I kind of wasn't taking enough time to read the clues fully, but I think we got through that. I was able to kind of maybe say a little bit about what I was thinking at the time, but usually I'm just looking at some all the ones that have like quite a few letters already filled in, just trying to figure out the last parts of them usually. There are some interesting ones here. I didn't know that oxes was that ox is a word for an oaf. And moreover that it's not pluralized as an oxen. So you get some words like that. There was one memorable example where the word gas is typically pluralized with just a single s, as in GASES. But if you wanted to put two s's, so GASSES, you can do that, but you're going to have to include gas as in a verb, like to gas up something to like sort of make them hyped. And I'll take the word for this that oxes with an es at the end means an oaf or clumsy oafs. Let's see what else there is here. Tube socks did get me there. I don't know why I thought it was cube, and just for the life of me, I couldn't figure out what this one would have been. I suppose that cabs also does kind of work there because if you're sort of at the club, you can't drive home, obviously, so you would just be picking up a cab, so they get picked up. But in a way, it's more like you're the one getting picked up by the cab, so it kind of doesn't work out. Tabs does make sense. Like you pick up the tab because you need to pay. Let's see. I thought that these are all quite clean fills here. This is something it is maybe kind of laugh like Mr. Right now because Mr. Right obviously Um, well, not obviously, but I've definitely heard of that before. And Mr. Right Now is sort of a play on that. Um, let's see what else there is. That's interesting. What else can we talk about here? Pointers for some fighters. Um, yeah. I think this is it's a it's epes is one of those words that is kind of overused. I wouldn't really call it crosswordese. Crosswordese is usually reserved for words that kind of like never show up, like you would almost like never mention it in real life, and is in some ways just like an obscure word. An example for that might be like I think there's a river somewhere in Europe called Yser, Yser, and of course, like us as Americans would probably never talk about it. It's not very well known either. But epes is in a fairly decently popular sport. So it's just one of those words that has to show up when you're filling the grid because you can't always have like super uncommon words all the time. It's a large grid, so you're gonna have to have some words, and you're gonna it is often like quite difficult to come up with interesting clues for these when they've been clued hundreds of times before. But this is nice. I do think that it does work. It does flow quite well for a question mark. Wiedemann Reap. Yeah, okay. I will say there are a lot of clues that I just haven't even read. Because I just only been working with the other direction for these. Java ingredient. Yeah, Jazz Coda. Oh, okay. That's quite nice actually. Jazz Coda. Um, I will say oftentimes these sort of letter things are um, quite clumsy. Usually it's because the word that means so the meaning of this clue is that um, you have the word jazz, which is spelled with two Z's, and then coda meaning the ending. And so that's why it says Z's here. And I have like mixed opinions on these kind of clues. Sometimes they can be done quite well, um, especially if it's a very well known phrase already. For example, like civic center. Civic center would be V because the center of civic is a letter V. Um, Sometimes you might take it a bit too far and you kind of put two words that don't actually really have much to do with each other. So, for example, someone might say like start to cry question mark. And the answer to that would be C. But start to cry is kind of a artificial manufactured phrase. Obviously, like you would say it sometimes, but it's not as strong of a phrase as civic center. Because start to cry, really, the word cry could have been anything that starts with a C, and the clue still would have worked. So that's what one thing that I appreciate about this is that the word coda specifically um, does, in a way, have to be related to music. So it's not just a simple end or start. You actually have a music specific word here, coda. And so that sort of adds to the legitimacy of this as a question mark phrase. So it's a nice one. Add or show follower. Yeah, add biz, show biz. I feel like add blank phrases come up a lot in crosswords just because it's so easy to have a add something or just phrases that contain the word add in crosswords. But yeah, I feel like this description didn't really make it clear that I actually do really enjoy this puzzle. Um, I yeah, I do think that all in all, this was a very well constructed. I had basically it was a very smooth solve. Um, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not really a fan of difficult crosswords. Obviously, it is a fun challenge sometimes, but usually I get a bit too impatient to actually do them. Um, and it's not really a great habit to really just expect puzzles to be so easy and then just kind of crash out whenever they don't. So I'll work on that myself. I really did enjoy this. All of these words I would say are very well known. Usually in Fridays you might get some I'll just say it, you get some entries that aren't really well known, or just sort of obscure words. And that doesn't really seem to happen here. Even the proper nouns like Idris are actually fairly decent people, decently famous people. So that I do appreciate. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this. Nice one.